What's going on, everybody? I am Charles Smith III, the host of the T-Shirt Millionaires live show. And every single week, I keep telling y'all, I'm about to bring the best minds, the best brands, the best influencers, suppliers, whoever can add value to the conversation to help the listeners and the viewers take things further in the T-shirt space. That's who I want on my show. And today, I got a good brother, man. This is a guy that I've met in real life, in person, a guy that's generous with information, a guy who has built up a huge following already on social media. And I look forward to sharing his story and all the advice that he has. So today I have Stan Banks of T-Shirt Side Hustle. But before we get into this conversation, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit this intro, and then we're going to have a talk with Stan. What's going on, everybody? I'm Charles Smith III, the T-shirt, the host of the T-Shirt Millionaires live show. And today we have Stan Banks, the founder of T-Shirt Side Hustle. So Stan, I know so many people out there already know who you are, bro, but feel free to let the people know who you are and what you do, man.
All right, my name is Stan Banks. I help people start T-shirt businesses from home or wherever they're at. And that's kind of like my mantra. That's short and simple, man. I teach a lot about and creating T-shirts by hand, a lot of what you do, but the hands-on side of it, and just kind of like operating, putting your brand together and doing different things like that in the T-shirt industry.
Right. So that's dope, bro. And for everybody who doesn't follow Stan, y'all see at the very bottom, I got the ticker. You know what I'm saying? He's on YouTube. He has, how many videos you got over there, bro?
Oh, man. I've somewhere close to 1,200.
1,200 videos. Straight up. So all that value that y'all can check out if you want to learn. Like this right here tonight is going to be the tip of the iceberg, but he has so much. So me and Stan connected probably, bruh, I feel like it's almost been about 2 years now.
Nah, it was January last year.
January last year is when you came?
Yeah, so
for real?
I called you January of last year when I was at I was in LA at the Long Beach show. That's how I remember. It was like January. I called you. I hit you up like, yo, you gotta get on the YouTube. I was like, oh, we just had a conversation, and then we connected a couple times after that. So it might seem like it's a lot longer, but it's been a short year, man. For sure.
That's crazy, yeah, bro. So one thing that I want everybody to know and understand. Stan gets a lot of credit for y'all watching this show right now. You know what I'm saying? Like forever, he told me about getting on YouTube, get on YouTube. And I was like, bro, I'm not listening. I was posting all my stuff on Instagram. And then I made the switch over to YouTube. And I was like, bro, I should have been doing this a long time ago. I should have listened. So I appreciate you pushing me in that direction, bro. But one thing with Stan, when we first met, I had no idea what a heat press was. I never pressed anything before in my life. So he ended up giving me a heat press, and he got a whole bunch of transfers from Supacolor. And we had a video of me pressing my first shirt. So tell us, bro, like, how'd you get started in this whole T-shirt game? Like, how you get started doing what you do?
Short version, because it's kind of long, but one business led me into another. So I was doing computer repair, hands-on fixing computers. Then I wanted to do websites. So I did websites, and I realized that I needed to take better photos for websites to make them look better. The photos, taking those photos led me into photography, which I did for a long time. And then I started to try to promote my my photography business with T-shirts, put my logo on shirts, and people wanted to buy them. So they wanted to buy, and I'm like, y'all want to buy my shirt with my name on it? It says Stan Banks Photography. And I'm selling them like hotcakes, 20 a pop, right? Great. So it would cost me about 8, and I was selling them for 20, and I bought a dozen. I bought 2 dozen. I bought 4 dozen. I just kept doubling. I was just like, yo, this is crazy. So got me into it. And in the midst of that part, people were like, well, can you make mine? I had taught myself how to design, and I knew where to get shirts printed at. So I was like, sure. I would take the order. I would do the artwork. I would take it to my printer, and then I would deliver them to the customer. And that's where it all started. From there, I started to learn more and more and more.
Right. So at that very beginning stage, because I remember listening to a part of your story, you talked about a mentor that got you into screen printing. Is that how you started out? Was it screen printing?
Yep, I started out with screen printing. Didn't have a heat press. Didn't want a heat press. I had the same notions that everybody had about like iron on stuff and falling off. So I started out screen printing, and it wasn't until I started doing a niche of black colleges, HBCUs. When Straight Outta Compton came out in 2015, I think it was, right. And I started out of every black college, and it went bananas. Like I was printing all night and packing orders off the machine. I was just like, after that whole thing died down, bro, I disappeared for like 3 months. I was burnt out, right?
Word.
So that's kind of where he took me, right? He took me in and said, "Oh, I was in a shop chilling one day, and he fired his printer. He's like, you want to print?" And I was like, I mean, I've been trying to print at home already. I was like, I ain't never touched none of this big equipment. He like, man, you're a graphic designer. You'll figure it out. And I was like, you know how it's supposed to look. And I'm like, all right, well, let me print then. So I just started printing from them on.
Word. So how is that process of screen printing? Like, is it something difficult? Is it something that you got to spend a lot of time learning? Like for somebody to get into screen printing, like how easy is it to learn that?
I think it's a process, right? And the actual process of printing isn't hard. It's just tedious.
Right.
And because a lot of things, you drop ink in one place and next thing you know, 15 shirts got ink on the bottom of them because a little piece fell over here or something like that. The screen burning process, if you don't have a system, can be kind of hard until you figure that out. But once you got the flow of it, it's not super hard. It's just tedious. And you got to pay a lot of attention to detail, and you got to put a lot of hours in and stuff like that. The thing about it for me was when you get tied up in production, you lose out on doing the part that you're great at, which is marketing your time. You got to pick where your time goes. And you're a testament to that because you tried even fulfilling your own orders. And we were supposed to get together, do some production, and then, the print on demand route and all of these different ways that you explore. It kind of guides you in different ways, and you figure out what you like to do, what you don't like to do. I don't think it's any right or wrong answer, but I try to help people no matter which direction they go, because I went a lot of directions the same as you. And one of the things tonight is, bro, I wanted to make this a real conversation. So tell us, I'm going to ask you some questions. Let's do it. Hey, for everybody watching, like me and Stan, we talked before. It's like, man, we just gonna, shoot the breeze. Like, this gonna be kind of like, a little more off the cuff than how we regularly do it. But this is a real conversation between two brothers. So go ahead, bro. What you got? So, tell me what your experience was in that short time of fulfilling your orders and doing all that stuff. Once those ads kicked in, I know y'all was working hard for a long time. But what about that process? Can you tell people?
Right. So what I want to do, bro, is I want to go back to how it even started for the first conversation of me going, because that came from you as well. Yeah. So for everybody watching, me and Stan, we met, I guess, around January, February of 2020. I think this was before even Corona popped off, because we went out to eat. It's before everything popped off. I guess that happened like March or April. Mm-hmm. But Stan came through. He came to the crib and he bought me a heat press. And we was having a conversation, and I told him the year before for Father's Day, I generated $242,000 in sales within 30 days. So we kind of talked about the numbers, and to kind of mind everybody, I was doing print on demand at the time. All right, so I was using Printify. They were printing my stuff. We went in that direction. So Stan, we talked about the numbers, like how much do they charge? If I was to bring it in-house, how much could I bring back into the business? Because y'all know it ain't really about how much you can make, but it's about how much you can keep. And when we looked at the profit margins, we came up with a number around like $40,000. Like if I would have had it in-house and I would have printed it myself, it would have been like $40,000 in savings that we'd have been able to keep. So at that point in time, it was like, okay, probably this year, for Father's Day this year, we're going to go ahead and do it in-house. So fast forward to about May, April, that's what I ended up doing. I brought the production in-house. All right. So I ended up finding some screen printers, and they ended up, printing around town. And we had like thousands. We had like 20,000 shirts. But one thing that I didn't realize is how much it takes, bro, to be able to push out them type of shirts. And that was the first time ever in my life that we did any fulfillment. And I'm talking about from going to the screen printer, from picking up the blanks, from printing labels, to figuring out where you got to get envelopes and stuff, to going to the post office, to dealing with customer service, to dealing with people calling, to dealing with social media, people going crazy on you, all type of stuff, bro. That in-house was off the chain, bro. But that was crazy. We got through it. That was for Father's Day. So then after that, I fast forward and I ended up getting a warehouse. I was like, okay, I want to keep growing this and building it. I'm going to get a warehouse. I'm going to fulfill. And I probably fulfilled somewhere around, I don't know, maybe about 3, 4, 5 months. But it got to a point to where I didn't really build a system for other people to hop in and do it. I'm kind of like you, bro. I think you mentioned this before about managing people. I don't want to manage nobody, dog. I don't want to manage nobody. So I found myself in the warehouse so much, and it took me away from the digital marketing that I do right now. And so at that point in time, I was like, you know what? This was a great experience. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and switch gears and do something different. And then if I go back to it later on, I'll hire a warehouse manager and an operations manager so I can stay out of it. So that was my personal experience, bro.
Definitely, man. I think that was the story. I got to add something in there. I think we were supposed to actually do it together, and then life hit. And
life hit for real.
And that was one of the things that I was bad. I felt like at that time I had let you down. I'm like, man, I gotta get up out this hospital. I'm ready to still get on a plane. My daughter stay here, don't go. I'm like, all right, man. It was one of the toughest calls I had to make, man.
No, well, look, I tell you this, and I think this is for everybody. Let me tell you about this man, because he went through it. He had a personal situation, and he was supposed to be down here in Atlanta. And through all of that, bro, like through what he was going through, he was still like, bro, I'm going to still be there for the fulfillment. I'm like, bro, you sure? You need to go ahead and rest up, dog. You know what I'm saying? He like, I'm going to help with the fulfillment. And even through this, bro, like even what he was going through, my boy, he ended up doing a video. He put it on YouTube to represent the brand. So I appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it just wasn't supposed to happen at that time, but I appreciate you for, you know what I'm saying, sticking with it and still trying to be like, I'm gonna help because you wanted to stick to your word, and that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna be like that, bro.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah. So cool, bro. So look, heat press. When along your journey did you get to heat press? Like when did you start pressing shirts and doing that on your own from home?
So like you, bro, I was doing like a ridiculous amount of shirts out of nowhere, right? And then, so I had like Dell State, Clark Atlanta, Cheney, Lincoln. These were like my big four, FAMU, right? And the only school I went to was Dell State. And then I ended up at Cheney. So I got like huge bases at Clark Atlanta and FAMU. So in the process of that, other schools or other students started hitting me up. Hey, can I get my school? Can I get my school? And I'm like, yeah, if you can get 12 orders, you know what I'm saying? 12 orders, then I can screen print it. Basically, I wasn't going to make a screen for one shirt. So, like screen printers got minimums and stuff like that. So I wasn't going to do it. So I would like take the order. And if they didn't get enough, I would be like, you know what? I got to figure something else. I still got to deliver. Right. So I would just do, I went to the store in Philly. I grabbed me a Cameo for $300 at the time. We had a heat press at the store at that time, but I ordered one off of Amazon, like a $200 joint. And then I just started cutting vinyl and making their schools, for the smaller orders of the smaller schools. And I was like, darn, man, why didn't I start like this? Because, bro, when I tell you trying to learn how to screen print, it's not a hard process, but if you don't got somebody, like once I got to the shop, it was smooth sailing, right? Because he kind of guided me a little bit off of what I already knew. But before that, bro, I had bought a little DIY kit, bro. I mounted that joint to my mom's dryer in the basement. It was trying to print, couldn't do it, couldn't burn the screens. I went through all of these stages of actually creating this, printing, that I was like, why didn't I start with a heat press? And all the knowledge that you get from a heat press, it applies to every form of printing. So that's why I decided, you know what, I'm going, I can still talk about screen printing, teach screen printing, but anybody can grab this joint grab a 6-foot portable table, and literally start a print shop, whether it's a clothing brand or print for other people with 6 feet of space. You can do that from anywhere. You know what I mean? I had heat presses at my job, presses in dorms.
Right. Hey, Stan. So 1 second, bro. I think the sound is breaking up just a little bit.
Big time.
Hey, somebody, can y'all let me know? Can y'all hear my sound or Stan? Which sound is it popping in?
Connection. Yeah, the connection like it was earlier, Charles. I don't know what happened.
It's good. Can y'all hear me? I need y'all to let me know. If y'all can hear Charles, say I can hear Charles. All right, Stan, go ahead and talk. Stan. All right, so look, it's all good. I'm gonna wait for him to come back in. It looks like he might have a little bit of lag on his end. So I'm gonna let Stan come back. And then we gonna come back. See, look, I ain't even tripping over none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the live show. You know what I'm saying? Stan is gonna be back in a minute. We're gonna have a whole bunch of value. But I wanted to go back and talk about that story, right? Of what I was talking about. I feel like a lot of people who come to me, so there's a lot of people who reach out to me all the time, and they want to know what print methods to use, right? And there's a lot of print methods that you can use. But me personally, I started with print on demand. Now, the reason why I started with print on demand is because when I started, I was flat broke. I ain't had no money. I was at the bottom at that time. So there was no way that I could buy no machine. I couldn't spend up front for screen printing. I couldn't spend up front for blanks. So I ended up using Printify, right? At that point in time, I used Printify. Now, at that point in time, when I used Printify, there was a vendor through. Now, let me tell y'all the quick difference too. So a lot of the big companies that we have, we got Printify, and then we got Printful. Printful prints in-house. Printify is almost like a middleman. Printify has the software, and they contract out to different vendors across the US. So at that point in time, through Printify, I was using a company called DTG to go. I don't think they no longer with Printify anymore. But at that point in time, that's what I used. And they did all my fulfillment, right? Now, the differences between Printful and Printify, I have found that Printful, the cost is a little more higher. It's a little higher. So when it comes to your profit margins, then your margins are going to be a little bit lower on the Printful side. On Printify's side, you'll probably have a little better margins, but also at the same time, you have options of choosing different vendors. All right. So like I said, I used them for the first time, and then I ended up switching to in-house. So it looks like Stan is back. We're going to go ahead and pull him in. What up, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, dog.
Let me cut this YouTube audio off real quick.
It's all good. It's all good. I told him, man, look, this is the T-Shirt Millionaires live show, man. We ain't tripping on nothing over here, man. I was just having a conversation.
This quality just went bad. I switched to my computer screen.
Yeah, it's all good. It sounds good. It's perfect now. If y'all in the chat, if y'all, yeah, so they said perfect. Can y'all hear Stan? Put perfect if you can hear Stan. And we're going to get back into this conversation.
Oh, man, we definitely going to have to do this again.
Nah, it's all good, G. It's all good, man. It's all part of, man. I ain't tripping on nothing. All right, so we good, bro. We good. So I ended up finishing, bro. We were talking about the heat press, and that's when you started breaking out. So when you started, tell me this: how long before did you have your first heat press to when you ended up getting your own shop?
So I always shared a shop, right? The guy who I think I was in a very, very fortunate situation, because the guy who I ended up learning from, I printed for him and made money, and he allowed me to still be myself and do whatever it was that I wanted to do, needed to do, had to get done. And even like filming and stuff like that, he basically gave me the chance to just still be myself and do what I needed to do. And we still got that kind of relationship. Like right now, we in the store, we outgrown this. I'm going off on my own. But I was always in that unique situation, which it was very, very fortunate for me to do. So I pretty much, since I started, I've been with him, and we've been just going to different shops, and I would do, because he doesn't do small orders. He doesn't do anything really with a heat press. He uses Supacolor now. So I pretty much been in my own shop the whole time, or even back in the house, but I would really literally pull up my heat press and print anywhere I was at. You know what I'm saying? Word. I got them all over the place, and all my friends got them too now. So that's kind of what it was.
So did you teach your whole circle? Did you teach your circle how to print?
Bro, when my best friend print, she actually gonna have a YouTube channel coming up here. You know, anybody, my football teammates from high school print. Right. One of my college teammates prints. He got like a nice setup in New Jersey. So like, if anybody around me needs to make extra money, I'm teaching them how to make shirts. You know what I'm saying? Whether they do it or not, they use it or not, is on them. But I always, you know, I got one friend that might do like 2 orders a month, just enough to make some extra money for her to have in her pocket. So it's like, whatever it is that you want to do, man, you take one of these, put them in your closet, you pull that thing out, it's money sitting right there. You can print money. Right.
How do you market yourself, bro? Like, how'd you first start getting, you know what I'm saying, for somebody who, you know, it might be a teenager out there who like, okay, I don't want to even start a brand yet, but maybe I can print for other people. How did you first start getting your name out there that you print and you the guy to go to?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. It's all organic, word of mouth for me.
Yeah.
This is the reason I love this business out of everything else that I tried to do in life, is because it markets itself. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to create a brand, it's a little bit tougher to get the balls rolling. I know some of your students earlier on, and some of the people that actually I taught moved on to you and started to level that thing up. So I feel like as a teacher, I can only teach you what I know somewhere, and that's where I thought you were so you know, everything that you had brought to the table. I think it meshed so well with where, as far as I could take them, then they could take you and go to the next level as far as marketing for branding wise. But the thing about making custom t-shirts for people is literally, bro, they need it. So they coming to you. If you can provide them with a great service, and I made a video early on about like how you can build a 1,000 person marketing team and just like pleasing one customer at a time. And then asking that one customer send you 5 customers. Now those 5 customers, and it just trickles on. I think one time I got a funny story. My cousin came to get like a bridesmaid shirt made. And I'm like, I sat down to make it. And as I'm doing it, I'm designing for it real quick. I'm like, wait, why are you the only one here? You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, I know it's about 5, 8, 9, 10 of y'all going to this party. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you the only one here? She was like, oh, they got gifted shirts, but I didn't want to wear the shirt or whatever the case was. I was like, oh, you lucky, because I was about to put you out. You know what I'm saying? So just making sure that the people that you provide these services can take something they can be happy about, proud about, and they can know that if they send somebody to you, you'll deliver them the same quality.
Right. No, that's strong, man. And bro, I wish I would have known about like heat pressing and stuff when I was like in high school, man. Like I would have been like, I feel like for kids, that's like the perfect, one of the most, like the perfect thing to do is like a teenager in high school is to print shirts, bro. Like you'll probably make more than going to a job and doing like 6, 8, whatever they pay these days, minimum wage. So I think that's fire.
I think I want to add something to that, because like a lot of kids hit me up and a lot of parents say, whatever. I'll be like, man, buy your kids whatever it is they want. You know what I'm saying? Because you can spend $600 or, you know, a resale value on one of these new Xboxes, like $1,000, right?
Yeah.
You can get that to a kid. Buy them a heat press, buy them a cutter, whatever it is that they need to create their brand. And the thing about starting early, I said the same thing. I wish I knew about it earlier. But the teachers want to support. The you know what I'm saying? Like your friends want to support.
Facts.
Older, just people older, you can get so much recognition for starting any kind of business as a kid to get their feet wet, and they making money hand over foot. I sent my daughter to school with like a custom sports. It's like they had like a hallway day. The next thing you know, can you make our whole wing shirts next year? Well, AJ, there go your business right there. You ain't gotta do nothing but facilitate the deal, She went to school, and now she can sell shirts to her teachers and stuff like that. So if you young and you out here, your kid is out here and they want to start, I think it's the perfect time. You don't have to spend too much, but the more you can spend, obviously, the better the stuff they can get. But man, give them $200, $300, $400, $500 and let them start a business.
Right. So yeah, man, please y'all listen to that, man. If y'all like, look, if y'all got children, y'all got teenagers, like, think about it. Like, I think it's a prime opportunity to get them acclimated to entrepreneurship and make some good money that, you know, other people wouldn't pay them. So I think that's valuable, bro. So what type of machines do you like, dog? Like, I know that there's all type of stuff out there people can use. People can go to Amazon. They can go over here. They can go to the hood spot. But where can people go to get some quality heat presses, bro?
Man, I work with every company in the industry. I got a full out like review of pretty much almost every heat press under $1,000 to touch my channel, from Amazon to Heat Press Station to Heat Transfer Warehouse to Pro World. I really try to keep a open mind when it comes to this type of stuff. But honestly, bro, I don't really care. They can go wherever they want to go. You know what I'm saying? I got affiliate links everywhere you want to go. I don't even care if they use the links, because it's more about just changing people's lives. So what I tell people is, man, get the best it is that you got for your dollar, right? Like, if you got $200 and you going to Amazon, I'm not even going to say save $150, because I know how fast you can make that money back plus some. And what I said, my first press broke down in the first month. Like, I put it to work that first month, I broke it. I didn't even think twice. I just bought another one. It was making me so much money at that time. I mean, these shirts is $25 a pop, and they only cost me $5 to make. You know what I'm saying? So think about, like, I made so many shirts through this process that I didn't even care. I just ordered another one. Yeah. And then after that one, I looked for like, all right, let me get something better now. But it happened so fast, I just went right on and ordered another one that fast. Right.
That's dope. So look, y'all, I'm looking at the numbers right now. We got 231 people watching. So, woo. Hey, man, we brought the people. Look, we extremely appreciative of y'all tuning in and checking out two brothers trying to do something positive in the space, coming together. One thing that me and Stan always talk about is what we do is so complimentary. Because, bro, let me tell you, I be doing the same thing. People reach out to me all the time. Should I get a cricket or should I get something? I be like, bro, I don't even know what you talking about. I be like, I don't even know what you talking about. Go talk to my dog, Stan. Yeah, bro, I don't know nothing about that. So I just think that it's valuable and it's great to have that synergy. So, bro, you talk about Supacolor a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a conversation about the Supacolor, because when you gave me the heat press, I learned about Supacolor and I saw the quality of it. I was like, that junk dope. But why you like Supacolor? I hear a lot of people, I think it's FM Expression or it's another one, 613 or something. Why you like Supacolor, bro?
So I think all of those companies are great, right? And they make stuff like this here. This is a white one color transfer. Hopefully I got a second. I'll press it up real quick. They make like one color transfers, two color transfers like that. Some of those companies do have full color transfers, but from my opinion, I wouldn't even like, when we use those full color ones, that means like you can put 7, 8, 10 colors in the design, gradients and whatever it is, stuff that you can see on your computer screen. The quality wasn't there with their full color transfers. So I've used those companies in the past when I started. But it, like, going back to the businesses that I used to take those shirts to, and my partner used to take the shirts to, we were like, man, we ain't want to go back and see what them shirts look like, right? And they reorder them, and because of their artwork, that was the best that we could do, you know, at the time. So when I found Supacolor, that was like the same weekend I met you. We got on the phone the same weekend, and I walked in and they showed me the product, and I was like, this is exactly what the industry needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the industry needs, and I knew it instantly. So from that point on, you know, at that point, I was just like, everybody got to know about it. Like, everybody has to know. My audience has to know. So what Supacolor does is fast. Like, they usually ship every order the next day. You know, COVID kind of like messed some things up, but they usually ship the next day. I got some crazy information about to come. They about to be I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but they about to be.
Hey, hold it off. We'll wait on the dog.
So they're fast and it's easy. Once you get the process down, you can like take it, this artwork you guys see. But the beauty about transfers as a whole, not just Supacolor, any of those companies, Top Transfers, like this right here, I use to make the brand shirts for Trash Talk Tees. And this is what I want to press up. I want to show you guys how easy it is to go from like a paper with a blank hoodie, t-shirt, whatever it may be, to a product with a front print, a neck print, and a sleeve, and having it ready to package and ship pretty much within, you know, maybe 3 minutes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get to that point at some point in this live. It may not be the best angles, but I'm going to show you guys. I had to switch to my computer screen, but you guys get the general gist. And then if you want to learn more, you can come over to my channel and you can see it happen over and over again. But basically, Supacolor was great because of that purpose, man. I could take anything I seen on the screen, and it was truly a clothing brand quality of work that you can take and make in 15 seconds, pretty much.
Right. No, that's dope. So look, we got one. So this is what I want to do, bro. I'm gonna get somebody to put this question, and then what we gonna do, y'all, is we gonna let Stan, he gonna go ahead and press something up live for us. We ain't never had nobody press live on the shirt or on the show. So somebody asked this real quick, bro. Can you get Paula Little? Can you get a transfer for the neck of the t-shirt?
All right, so I have these on my website. I actually got to make some tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you. I mean, this is the perfect thing. I'm gonna show y'all right now the complete process from a front print to a neck label and a sleeve print. So I got this design right now from Trash Talk Tees. It says, "I'm not going home tonight." I got a let's see. I got a medium shirt right here. It's a men's medium shirt in black. This is a shirt from American Apparel. I lined it up right there. I checked my height. Obviously, this is stuff that you guys got to take a little second to learn. I take my transfer. I lined it up. All right, there. I press it down. In 15 seconds, it's set at 320 degrees right now, kind of like a medium to firm pressure. So this is what you would get from any of those companies that Charles named. This one here is from Top Transfers, one of my affiliated companies. I take that, I peel that off. That is a front print. Now, I had it set up for my phone to go to the other side. So I'm going to kind of pivot. You guys may not be able to see, but basically on this hat press right here, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to put the neck label in and the sleeve print. And I'm going to try to step off to the side.
That joint fire, bro. That joint hard.
So all I got to do from here, let me move this.
That joint hard.
All right, give me 2 seconds, right? So all I got to do with this is stretch this over my hat press. I got a neck label right here. Size right there inside the trash can. I made it a little bit unique. Fold this up here. This is a Supacolor neck label. This is another. I'm going to let this one go for 10 seconds because it's in the inside of the neck. So at 5, I'm going to let it open. I take that. I peel this off. Now I got a neck label. I take that. I'm going to take my sleeve, open my sleeve up. I'm going to let this one go for 15 seconds on the sleeve. And when that thing opens back up, it might not be on there. Sometimes it opens up, but it should be pressed perfectly. And I don't know how much time on that, Charles, but let me know.
Nah, you good. You good, bro. You good.
No, I want to know to see how fast it is.
Okay. Yeah, you probably about 3 minutes now.
I'm done.
3 minutes. Right.
I'm done. Now this shirt is complete. This here is like maybe 75 cents. This sleeve print, I ordered in a large quantity. I think it's around $1.50 something. And then The neck labels are 60 cents each. So we got what, $3 in printing. Now it has full color detail too. Like, this isn't just a white print. It would be cheaper if you just did regular white labels and stuff like that. You can get it down even lower. But you got a full quality shirt at probably around $7, $6.
That's hard. And it took you about 3 minutes to produce and print.
Yep. Now, if I was lining them up, I would line up a bunch of fronts. What I like to do is I basically set up all the shirts that I need to press, line the transfers for the front up, knock those all out, then knock all the sleeve prints out, and then she picks them up and she, does her thing to ship.
Man, that's dope, bro. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, even if you ain't want to have like a full brand, just the simple fact that you can go ahead and you can create a design, get it in a few days, press it up. Have, you know what I'm saying? I just think that's fire in itself, man. Tell me this, bro. What's because I had your guy,
BKL Visions.
No, not BKL, Omniprint. What's
okay, yep.
So what's the difference between that and like one of the machines he got as far as like the DTG?
Those are great machines, man. Like, that whole process. One of the things that I like to tell people, like, you can go in any direction, right? One of my boys is running that machine. He got like 2 of them, 3 of them. He just running them. I walked into a place called Marzuno in LA. They had about 16 of those machines running, right? The thing about a heat press and Supacolor is, bro, if I had a restaurant and I needed staff uniforms, I would have a heat press in the back closet because I can turn that thing on and press up a new set of uniforms like this at no cost.
Right.
If I got a t-shirt brand, I can do fulfillment for self at no cost. It's no investment, So that's like one of the things that it takes no maintenance. It's none of that stuff that you got to go into. Now, on the other hand, with that, you get a little bit more freedom because you don't have to stop transfers. You just printing the design directly on the shirt, whatever the case is. So both ways work. Anybody can do this. That there, you're gonna have to experience some. It's easy to run kind of. You're gonna have to do some maintenance. You got to put a investment up, whether you got the credit or the cash. And like I said, and I got people who use that machine. My boy who runs that machine, he also uses Supacolor because there are some things that machine aren't good at, like printing on tights, printing on specific locations. It's printing on polyester. Supacolor is great for everything, and it's faster. Literally, if I had 100 shirts of DTG, if it's a 7-minute print, it's a 7-minute print. It's no speeding that up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here, it's 15 seconds for 100 prints, and you good to go. You know what I'm saying? So those are one of the things that I like to think about, but I don't think it's wrong either way. You just got to pick what works for you.
Right. I love that, man. I think that's extremely dope. We had some people in the crowd and in the audience. They asked a couple of questions. So somebody said, Eldridge McFall. Go ahead, buddy. Eldridge McFall. They said, what brand is the hat press?
The hat press is an HPN Signature Series hat press.
Okay.
And that one is good. The big heat press I'm using is a Jodo. Both companies are good. If you go to any of my videos, of course, these are affiliate links at the bottom of my videos, but I have lists based on the budgets that people want. So if you got, $500, I got the best presses for under $500. I got the ones under $1,000. I got the ones of $1,000 or more. And I got reviews on all of these heat presses so you can kind of figure out which one you want to go with. But you can see those complete lists, hat presses, all of that stuff.
All right, bet. So look, everybody, I want y'all to pick that up. All right. So if you interested, he gave you the brand, but just go to T-Shirt Side Hustle. All right. On YouTube, look at his videos. He got links for all that stuff, right? And you can figure out what Stan suggests, what he recommends, and you can go with that. Now, one thing, bro, before we go with the conversation, this is what I want everybody to do in the audience. If you have a question for me or for Stan about anything, feel free to put it into the chat. All right, especially if it's for Stan, because we got him on here right now. Put it in the chat, and then we're gonna do a little bit of Q&A. You cool with that, bro?
Perfectly fine, man. I'm here. Right. As long as you here, I'm here.
All right, bet. So look, go ahead and do that, y'all. If y'all got questions And what I'm going to do is go to this quick commercial break. I want to represent and talk about RBY Prints. When it comes to printing, you need DTG, you need screen print. You want a black-owned business to help, you know what I'm saying, produce your stuff, a quality guy. Reach out to my guy Rio at RBY Prints. I want to play this commercial. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That my guy RBY Prince. Y'all go ahead and check him out. All right, bro. So look, man, we got a few things on here, man. So somebody already, I mean, you answered this already. Stan, do you prefer Supacolor Transfer Express?
I prefer making money. Like, you know, like now a lot of what's going on right now is like, Stan, you use only this company or that company. I use what I use in my business. There's a part of running like stuff in the business, and then there's a part of YouTube that people don't understand. You know, do I need all of the heat presses that I buy? Absolutely not. I get them so that I can help people make educated purchases and stuff like that. I'm affiliated with Supacolor. I think they have the best full quality, full color transfers. But I think all of these companies are out making products that they can stand by. So if you want something as cheap as a 15-cent transfer, that's 613 Originals and F&M Expressions. If you want some specialty stuff, glow in the dark, puff transfers, any of that type of stuff, Transfer Express is great with that. I think all of these companies have things that they're good for. Pro World has transfers that are pre-made with designs on them already. You can just take them and you can press them and you can sell them. So all of these companies have great, you know, great products and different things like that. I just use who I use in my business. And hopefully I will be bringing more of those companies on and highlighting some different things with those companies. But you can literally go to either of these companies, man, and you can make money. I don't care what company you use. I don't care if you use affiliate links. All I care about is that, you know, you're out making your life better. And if you think the information that I'm providing or Charles is providing, you know, hey, we giving this information out for free. You know what I'm saying? So if you can use my link or any other influencer's link, we benefit from that, and that allows us to keep doing what we're doing. Because if we weren't making money, we'd be back working 9 to 5s and not making content, right? Like, come on.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So look, man, he gave y'all some valuable people to reach out to for transfers, and like he said, it's about y'all just making money, and he provides y'all the tools to make an educated decision. So, all right, cool, bro. What's the best shirts to start with? Who do you prefer?
Oh man, I know you use. Tell them who you use first.
Yeah. So me personally, y'all, I'm a Bella Canvas, man. You know what I'm saying? I like Bella Canvas. I like Next Level. I think that's probably what a lot of people use. There's also a brand out there that is called District. As a matter of fact, bro, I learned about District because Supacolor ended up sending me the kit.
Yep.
And then they sent me a shirt. And when I got that shirt, I was like, damn, that junk sucks. I was like, this shirt right here on point. And I was like, I never heard of it before. So I was Googling. And then I was looking at all of my vendor accounts. Couldn't find it nowhere. Then I found the one vendor account that had it. But I like District too. You know what I'm saying? And then you got like your Guild and Soft Style. That's what I've used. So that's the one that I prefer.
All right. So all of those are great selections right there. The only one that I would necessarily add to those is American Apparel. They have a world brand, like it's a American Apparel, whatever the model number comes with a W. So you kind of got some different options, right? So you got the Bella Canvas 3001. That's kind of the base. And these are male shirts. They all have counterparts to women's. Bella Canvas 3001, the Next Level 3600. And American Apparel 2001W, right? So those are the basic three. And then now somebody just mentioned in the comments, Circle Clothing. Like this is one of my affiliates partners. I think they got the hands down the best hoodie that I found, especially bang for your buck. It is gilded priced, but at the same time, it's American Apparel, Bella Canvas, Next Level, quality wise, doesn't shrink, holds shape, holds color. And they have also got some great t-shirts as well. So, you know, I suggest people, man, try out all of these brands. District is good. Toltex is good. There's a lot of companies out here that make good blanks. You just got to test them out. Order one. If you don't have a business license, you can go to Jiffy Shirt or Heat Transfer Warehouse. They both have blanks that you can order a bunch of different brands from one place. A lot of people think you got to go direct to next level or stuff like that. If you do have a resale certificate and business license, you can go direct to these companies, or you can use places like Alpha Broder, Sanmar, TSC Apparel, SNS Activewear. There are a lot of them out here. But the good thing about ordering from those type of places, Jiffy and the few companies I just named, is that you can pull from a lot of brands. So if you need T-shirts or you need hoodies, and they got like free shipping rates, so you can combine a lot of stuff into one order. And then once you place that order, everything from there will be, you know, you got everything you need from one place. So that's the benefit to it.
Absolutely. And I think the good thing about all those places and those vendors you talked about too is, you know, they have locations across the United States. So, you know, I've ran into situations where they might not have the right size, or they might not have a color, but they got it in other places. So, you know, and I would recommend that too, right? I would recommend, like, anybody in the space, you got a T-shirt brand or you printing for somebody else, go ahead and get that reseller's license so you can tap in to some of these other people and get your T-shirts for, you know, $1 something up to $3. So, you know what I'm saying? Real cheap, real inexpensive. So, I think that's dope, bro. So, let's see. I'm gonna go through. We got a few questions on here. Let me go through and see what's the best. Okay, here we go. Here go one. Raymundo says, what is the best way to center a transfer onto a T-shirt?
Oh man, I do mine by hand. You know, like I trust my hand and my eyes because I'm about speed. Once you get comfortable, you'll be able to do the same thing. So I kind of use my hands on both sides. I know that if it's 11.5-inch design, my finger should be right here off to the edge of the press, and then the artwork should be right here. But there are tools. Let me see if I got a full tool right here. I got one piece. I'm not sure where the other piece is, but there's something called a T-square. There are a lot of different things popping up across the internet right now, T-shirt rulers. So this here has another side piece that goes vertical. So this basically slides up and down, and it allows you to say 7 on this side, 7 on that side is centered, right? 5 on this side, 5 on this side is centered, right? So these are the things that there are tools out here like this, and there's something else called a logo it that'll allow you to use those to get comfortable lining the shirts up. But ultimately, bro, if you don't line your shirt up straight on the press, none of that even matters. So you got to get very, very with your hands and eyes. Just get hands on, and over time, you'll figure it out.
Good. That's solid. All right, bet. So somebody said, question for Stan, how do I use a vinyl cutter?
Oh man, watch my tutorials. You know, but to basically explain the process, this here, it's not plugged in. So this here is a Cameo. This is what I use, and I suggest everybody get, not because it's better than any other cutter, but if you want my help, this is what I know and use and love. It's the only thing that I use so far. And it's about $300. They got different sizes to do more. So you take this, you take some artwork, and you get some vinyl that comes on rolls. So I got some companies, Econo Transfer. Then there's B-Flex from the vinyl stand. Caesar is one of the popular ones as well. And I'm pretty sure heard about that. But you get some vinyl, you cut this, you load it into the cutter. It cuts, and then you weed out what you don't need, and your design is left. That's the generalized overall process of it. But at the same time, if you want like a tutorial, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother video right there.
Word.
What we can do, Charles, man, is we can I want to collab on some content for your channel and collab on some content for my channel. And like I might do like a quick tutorial about transfers. I might do a quick tutorial about how your audience can benefit from a vinyl cutter and stuff like that coming up here in the future, so that we can roll through it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that you passing out a lot of game, man. I'm looking at the comments and people like, yeah, this is dope. So, look, so, bro, I want to go back to the conversation real quick. I want to talk about something real quick. From your standpoint, right? what do you feel like are the factors that make a brand sell? Like what, like why do people like a certain brand? Like if you were to create a brand today, what things do you feel like you need in line to make it work?
Bro, this is real simple, right? And it's probably going to be the answer that you might expect, but nobody else understands. It's the story, man. Right? It's the story and what resonates with people. I was on live this morning and I came up with this quote. I don't even know what happened. I just said it and I was like, wait, I got to say that on video, right? I'm trying to remember it right now, but I said a lot of people make T-shirts to sell the T-shirts, right? And they try to figure out how to market. So they making shirts to sell them to an audience their primary goal is to make shirts. But on the other hand, what they should be doing is they should be spreading a message and using shirts to support the message, right? So if you look at it like that, for me, I wrote a book called Niches Bring Riches. Now they're going to blow me up because I ain't had it for a while. But when my new store opens that I'm working on right now, I'm going to bring it back. And it's basically the same thing bro, when I watched your class that first time, I'm like, bro, this is my book. Literally, like the digital version. Now you added your sprinkle onto it because you know about ads and stuff like that. But at the same time, my book talks about like a little bit about the production and cost and making the stuff and all of that stuff. So it's like I was like, darn, I'm watching myself read my own book. Like, right. So to me, it's about like I love niches, man, because when you in a niche, it's not work. Especially if you really like that niche. Like if that's something that you're about, for me, black colleges, I went to black colleges, you know what I'm saying? For you, and I resonate with your brand because I am a black father and stuff like that. And I understand the stigma around it. So if you can attach, it could be anything. It could be the weirdest thing that you think, I like snakes. I just bought my son a snake. I could make a brand just for snake lovers or just for dog lovers or whatever it may be. You can create a brand around that and just put yourself around those people, and it's going to sell. It'll sell itself, literally.
Nah, bro, I totally agree. Like, what? Hold on. We echoing. They trying somebody out there hang on us, bro. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
All right, I think we better. I think it's good. So yeah, man, I think like it's funny, right? Because I was talking to another lady when I was doing the Instagram live one time, and she talked about whenever she talks to different people in the space, they all say the same things. We all say the same stuff, bro. So for the people out there, right? And I always try to direct it to people who are just starting or the people who, maybe struggling, right? At the very beginning stages. Get your story together. And me personally, right? I'm real big on video. Like I always say, okay, if you run an ad or something and you got like a picture or something that ain't working, man, pull up your phone, record yourself talking about what that message is about, wear the t-shirt and put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's the best way to tell your story. But at the end of the day, if that story connects and resonates with the audience, then it can go. You know what I'm saying? But tell me this, bro. How important is the design? The design got to be flashy. I mean, I see you got some flashy design, right? You got a t-shirt side hustle design on right now, but how flashy do design have to be, or can it be simple?
So for me, that's the second factor, right? And what I want to direct that question to is that the hugest thing is you as the creator don't decide if it's good or not, right? Like it's crazy. It's crazy because we put all of this thought and effort, and even myself, I used to design logos and graphics, right? And I used to be the person that I would make 3 or 4 options for when I started out, and I'll be like, yo, number 4 is it.
Right.
And number 1 is the worst one. And they picked the number 1. You know what I'm saying? So what I used to tell myself is, first off, I got the echo now. I don't know what's but first off, I started to only give out 1 design after that. Like I was like, man, I'm giving a 1, and if they need another one, then I'll redesign it. Because I was like, I'm gonna make sure it's right and go with it. But design is like the second most important thing. Like if I was creating a brand, the first thing I'm putting my money into is hiring an artist. A lot of people say, should I learn graphic design? Should I do this? If you're not trying to print for other people and you about to pump out a few designs here, a few designs there for like collections and stuff like that, for your audience, I wouldn't necessarily go into graphic design unless I was already passionate about it, right? I would take my concept and I would say, yo, here's my logo, bro, make that job. I like your style right there, right? My guy BKL Visions who designed, you used them to design your artwork back there.
Yeah.
But this was the first one that I got done colorfully. And I'm like, bro, I want to do a full color design because it's a waste for me to print my regular t-shirt size logo you guys can see up here, right? The one you can see up there, it's a waste for me to use it for Supacolor. So I had to come up with something. So now I got these two. And I just sent you and your wife the Valentine's Day one that one of my artists did for me.
Yeah.
But I just go to the graphic designer and say, listen, here's my concept. In this case, I have my logo, but in some cases, I don't have a logo. And I just say, yo, here's my concept. I like your style. Make it say this, add this graphic, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? How much is it going to cost me? You know? Right. And they come back, and usually for what I know about this industry, the Instagram people you find they so undervalued, man. Like they undervalue their own work, $150, $300. And I'm like, PayPal right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's done because I know it's undervalued. You got to invest into your artwork. But to add to that, it doesn't have to be simple. She made $20,000 last year. So her goal was like, was it 10 or 6? And she made like $20,000, and we only worked for like maybe the last 9 months of the year. It's a message, right? Like her thing is trash talk tees, right? So her message is out. She talk trash on her t-shirts, and that's all she do. Is very, very simple and plain. But again, you attach the right thing to the right message, and everything kind of works itself out. But I want to add this to it, right? If you find these graphic designers on like Instagram and different places, you want to make sure you're paying through PayPal. And you don't, if they ask to send as a friend, just even offer to pay. Hey, listen, I'll pay the extra $15 or extra $10 that it's going to cost you to have that protection so that you can feel comfortable. Because if you call PayPal because they don't deliver your work, PayPal going to give you your money back pretty much almost no questions asked. Right? That person has to go then send correspondence saying date it and show them that you did it in order to say, well, they fulfilled their end of the order. So make sure that you order in protection. This is kind of why I don't necessarily recommend graphic designers, because it's a risk on us as influencers, because I know like it took me a lot to even let BKL, like I'm like, bro, I want to let let the world know about you, but at the same time, bro, I got to make sure you're going to do the work, and when people contact you, you're going to follow up. So that's just one of my recommendations. I think somebody asked about Fiverr. Me personally, I don't use Fiverr, but I know you do.
Yeah.
And tell them about your experience with that, bro.
Yeah. So I want to get into a couple of things that you said before I even get into Fiverr. So at the end of the day, like I feel like having an eye for aesthetic is extremely important. You know what I'm saying? Like just being able to look at something and be like, okay, that would look good. And I want people to realize too, I don't care if somebody charges you $100, $200, $300, $500, whatever it is, right? If that design is quality stuff that you just can't really get anywhere, it's going to pay for itself. It's going to pay. But you got to have that confidence to know like this design is worth something. And this design plus the message, it's going to go. Like I would never shy away from that because I know that it'll get out there. But it's the same thing. BKL, I found out about him through you. I saw his artwork and I was like, dang, that John hard. I was like, I need to get some. And now I got something in my back, but he designed something for me before too. So I think it's just seeing it. And like you said, reaching out to those people. And I think it's valuable what you talked about as far as using PayPal. I think that's valuable. I got scammed off of Facebook before, bro. Somebody straight scammed me for about $250, bro.
Oh man,
I sent it as a friend. They was like, go ahead and just send it as a friend. I was like, look, man, just look. I'm gonna put my trust in you. Just please deliver what I ordered, bro. They never delivered it, dog.
Yeah, man, you gotta protect yourself, and it happened to me too. And I sent t-shirts hustle after them. Like I had the page flood. I made a video about it, right? We got a serious kind of power, but it's crazy because I would do the same thing for people in my audience, man. Like I can't stand when people try to take advantage, because I remember when I started, they had the funds, you know what I'm saying, or like barely scraping the money together. Like, you know, I'm known to go after companies. I'm known to go after people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't playing no game.
Yo, so I'm gonna talk about this Fiverr thing, and then the next thing I want the next thing I want to talk about is you and these companies, bro. Cause yo, I be tripping, bro. I be looking at your posts in your video, bro. I be cracking up. We gonna talk about that in a minute, dog. But look, Fiverr. I'm sorry, man. I'm over here tripping. Yo, so look, Fiverr real quick. So me personally, I use Fiverr. All right. So I use Fiverr, and I've always used Fiverr. I use Fiverr, I use Canva. All right. So I use Canva to create, but I've used Fiverr. And so this is the thing with Fiverr. All right. When people use Fiverr, where they get it wrong at is they type up a whole bunch of paragraphs, and they try to verbally explain what they want. You know what I'm saying? They try to verbally explain to the artist and articulate their idea, and then they get something back, and they look at it and they I don't know, like this is not right. And that's why a lot of people try to shy away from Fiverr. But I always say, like, with Fiverr, the more that you can paint the picture, you know what I'm saying? What you need to do is find some screenshots of, like, make a mood board almost. Make a mood board of, okay, I want it to look like this. You find like another screenshot. You do a Google search. Okay, I want a picture of an owl. I want my owl to look like this. I want it to have these type of colors, and here's the color code. You want to, you know what I'm saying, do some explanation with some arrows, some words, and really make this mood board. And then you send it over to Fiverr, right? And it might not be perfect on the very first one, but it's going to be a lot closer to your vision. And then from there, you just tweak it and you iterate until you get to the final, right? But even as you're iterating, you still need to offer, okay, I want it to look like this. You point an arrow at the head. Maybe it's like a character. Point an arrow. No, I want it to look like this shape, right? And that's how I do it. And, you know, I've found a lot of success using Fiverr that way. So that's how I go about it, bro.
It's the same process if you're dealing with Fiverr, graphic designer, or somebody off of Instagram. You want to give them as much supporting detail, as much concept. You know, like, you want to put it all together so they can get it right the first time. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to somebody and say, oh, yeah, I need a logo and say T-shirt side hustle, and don't give them, you know what I'm saying? Don't give them no aesthetics. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you selecting a graphic designer, don't go to them and ask for something that's not on their page, not in their portfolio.
Right.
Go to them because you like their style. The same way you browse through Fiverr and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I think the traction with Fiverr was the $5 in the beginning. Now it's kind of opened this whole process up, and it's kind of doing a lot better now.
Okay, cool. So y'all go ahead and y'all take that, and realize it don't matter who you reach out to. You know, make sure you articulate your ideas best as possible. So, look, bro, I want to talk about you and these people, dog. Because look, one thing I tell y'all this, one thing I like about Stan, his YouTube channel is, like, it's entertaining, man. Like, he got entertainment. Like, if stuff happen in real life, this man getting on Zoom calls with people. He calling people up. He making memes. So tell me, bro, what these people, why they be coming after you, dog? Why they be trying you, bro? What be wrong with them, bro?
I don't think it's necessarily that, like, some of the, you know, you got trolls on the internet, right? And I understand a part of what we do is, you know, it's content, right? Like, if you got a difference of opinion, see, people nowadays don't feel like they can disagree.
Right.
You're right. So if it's a troll, I'm not going to go, I go back and forth for a little bit, but after 5 minutes, bro, just jump on, hit me on Instagram. Let's go live, and let's go ahead and go back and forth. And I meet people with the same energy they meet me with.
Right.
As far as, like, companies, I really view my followers as family, right? Like, a lot of these people have been around for a long time, or even if they haven't, I want to make sure that everybody's treated right. Like I said earlier, man, I remember when I was scraping together money to get this thing rolling and trying to get the thing rolling. So if I feel like you're not taking care of my audience, if You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna go to bat for you, Charles, the same way I would go to bat for myself. And it's funny because like sometimes I go harder than the people who act like they did what? Nah, hold on. Let me make a phone call. Let me figure it out. And you know, that's how I ended up getting connected with Bella Canvas, right? Like they made these terrible masks at one point, and I called them out on it. They wasn't trying to refund nobody, and I felt offended. I didn't even get my order yet. I didn't even touch them, feel them, but I got like 15, 20 messages about this stuff. So I had to like, you know, I'm like, wait, pause, hold on. Let me hurry up because I was waiting for my big order. Let me order like 10 of them to get them in my hands to make sure. Let me check. Okay, nah, this ain't right. Y'all got to give my people their money back. Yeah. Figure something out. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, you know, like sometimes people will be like, yo, you should probably do that in a different way or whatever the case is. But bro, if I just message them or these people, if I didn't have this platform and I just message some of these companies, bro, they ain't responding. They ain't no
right past them.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, move him off to the side. So it's power in the platform, right? And they got a chance to make stuff right. If they do it without like, hey, bro, the first thing I'm gonna ask you is, did you reach out to them? Like I get people that don't even try to let the company make the stuff right. Okay, you did what they say. Let me figure it out. All right, let me see if I know somebody who knows some. Like I'm gonna go through the due diligence. I spend my day doing this, man. Right. I spend my whole day doing this. And one of the things I did recently was like, you know, it could have cost me probably maybe half, if not more, of my income. I could have got dropped from a lot of companies, but at the same time, I feel like the people that follow me are my family. Like this is a community of entrepreneurs and hustlers and stuff like that. And if something got to be said, bro, you can call me on the side like, yo, Stan, yo, I don't want to hurt my brand, but like this was going on. And listen, I still know what I say. You know what I'm saying? I got morals, principles, and values. So, you know what I mean? I like to work with the companies, and I work with the companies that work with me. And I want to make sure that they not just taking, they not just subtracting. Oh, let's buy this from us, buy that from us. Nah, support these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't always about giveaways. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about educating the people and going in. Like, I go into companies, bro, and I'm super hands-on. Like, yo, like, hey, check this out. You know, hey, this guy can help us, or this guy can help you do that. I'm super hands-on, and I just expect, you know, the same from these people.
Right. Nah, that's a fact, bro. But I think that's valuable, and I think for everybody listening, like, for Stan to say, look, if stuff is going wrong with these big companies that I'm recommending, like, I'm gonna go to bat for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about no affiliate or no check. Like, I'm gonna go to bat when they doing the wrong thing. And you can find a lot of trust in that. So I can appreciate that, bro, and that's respect. Yeah, you be calling them out, though, dog. I done see multiple times you done called them jokes out, bro. Different people, so that junk is hilarious, but salute to you, bro. How long you been doing this influencer thing, bro? Like, how long you been doing this? You know what I'm saying? Because I know you got the t-shirt business, the print press, you know what I'm saying, everything that you do, but how long you been doing, like, t-shirt side hustle?
I started t-shirt side hustle in 2017, bro, and yeah. I was working for $10 an hour.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, if I didn't have shirts, bro, I couldn't feed myself and my daughter. And, you know what I'm saying? I had just my son, you know, like, it was like no way that I could have survived off $10 an hour, man. It was like, so I felt like, you know, if somebody in life needed $300 every month, $600 every month, just to make their bills hit a little bit, you know, less, you know what I'm saying? Anything right. Like, oh, my man here. What's up, Rich?
Yeah, Rich, you in I had to pull him up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, just like if you needed some extra funds, that's where I started it from. I'm like, man, if you watch my very first video, still like my trailer on my channel, is like, man, listen, I'm sitting here like I was looking for the information that I'm giving out when I started. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for how to price. I was looking for some of the stuff. I bought courses, not courses, but like, yeah, I guess I bought courses and like spreadsheets and stuff from people that weren't like really what I needed. So I'm like, man, I gotta help people, period. And I only wanted to help one person. And then I get one success story or another success story. And it was like, hey, man, just keep going. So I started in 2017, January 3rd. This is my 4th year now. And, you know, it's been a long ride, man. And I never expected it to get to where it is right now. It's like traveling, making money doing it. And I tell people this too, is like, bro, I don't get paid, you know, for doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, my whole plan was never to charge people. Like, I want to give it all away for free. Right. And these companies got money. So they need to pay for it, right? Like, they need to pay for for me to give out this content. So that was always my strategy at the beginning. I didn't know what it was called, influencer. I didn't know what it was called, the affiliate market. I didn't know none of this stuff, but I figured it out. And one thing about me is this t-shirts is just a vehicle, man. I really love coaching football, but I can't like swallow my pride to do some of the things to get to the levels that I would like to be coaching at. So what I do instead is this is my new football field. I teach here. Right. But now that I figured this content game out with the money and all of this stuff, I'm gonna teach that. And tomorrow I might teach something else, because if I learn it and I know, ultimately it's about making money and having passion for what you do, so I just keep teaching what I know.
Right. No, I think that's fire, bro. And, you know what I'm saying? I think that I've seen several stuff that you just posted of, people like thanking you for the content that you put out, you know what I'm saying? And I think at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, bro, is, you put valuable content out there and then people, it helps improve their lives. I mean, tell me your goal, because I think you mentioned sometime you want to help like 1,000 people or something. Like, what's your goal?
Man, 100,000 is the goal right now.
Yeah.
And up next is 1 million. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, bro, I want to help you help 100,000 people. I want to help Rich help 100,000 people. I want to help whatever I got to kind of pour out. Like a lot of stuff, I think when we first met, we didn't even film. We just shooting the breeze for 2 hours. And then I left you and went over to Rich and shot the breeze with him for 2 hours.
Right.
And then, and then got on the, then we filmed and stuff like that. So I'm really passionate about anybody just doing positive things, man. My goal is to be the face of the industry. And if I'm not there yet, I think I'm on my way.
Right.
And I got the philosophy that anybody it don't matter if you're bigger or smaller YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to go find people with talent and I'm going to let them know that, like, hey, the world needs more people like you. Keep doing what you're doing and doing that type of stuff. So I feel like that's my purpose, my mission, my passion now at this point in life is just to help people. Any means necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's strong, bro. And like I said, man, much respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, look, everybody that's watching, hey, bro. And as a matter of fact, I just want to put this number. We got 357 right now. We an hour and 12 minutes in. We got 357 people rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? So, t-shirt, like I said, T-shirt Millionaires live show. This don't happen if Stan, you know what I'm saying, say, don't go out there and don't put it out, right? He gave me that nudge, and now it's an avenue to where I can help other people in my own unique way, right? He was the influence for me to be doing what I'm doing. So, I mean, I think that's respectable, bro, and I appreciate it, man. Look, anybody else, look, we're going to close out in a little bit, but if y'all got any type of questions, anything that, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to ask Stan before he goes, you know what I'm saying, feel free to let us know.
I got one from my audience out here.
Yeah, what you got?
First and foremost, listen, if one more person contact me and I'm like, every other day, I'm like, Charles, is it open yet? And you got your before the course up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are hounding me. And I'm like, listen, this is as far as I can get you. The organic marketing and stuff like that, do this, and that. If it ain't working for you, go hit my man. So what are some of the give me some of the marketing basics as far as using ads and just like a quick rundown of what they can do to get ads rolling for my audience on here who just found you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So look, for Stan's audience, the first thing that I'm gonna tell y'all is when I speak to people, what I always ask them is, have you ran ads before? Yes or no? And then the ones who tell me yes, I say, have you ever boosted a post or have you used the business manager? And probably about 75% of the people say I boost the post. Listen, Facebook and Instagram make it extremely easy for you to spend money with them. And then y'all look for sales, but that's not how it works. I would say unless you're just trying to get traffic, you want to get eyes on what you're doing, you want to get engagement, likes, comments, and shares, don't hit the promote button on Instagram. Don't hit the boost button on Facebook. Don't use it. It's a money pit. It's not there to really help you convert for sales. That's the first thing. All right. The next thing is this. If you are looking to run ads the right way and you just want to learn about the platform, I want you to go to business.facebook.com. All right. Business.facebook.com. That is called the business manager. It's called the ads manager. That's where all the magic happens. Now, just because you go to the ads manager, that doesn't mean that you're just going to get sales. There are certain things that you have to do, but that is where the magic happens. Now, why do I say that there's a difference between hitting the promote and the boost and then the business manager? Well, there is a certain type of campaign that is called a conversion campaign. All right, it's called a conversion campaign. And so what Facebook does is it understands what you like. It understands which pages you go to. It understands what type of videos you watch. It understands what type of links you click on. Facebook has so much data on us, it's ridiculous. That's why one of the big things that's come up lately is this iOS 14 update to where Apple said, look, people, if they don't want to share their data, they can opt out, right? And so Facebook and Apple were going at it for a while, right? Because Apple is closing off the data that they're sharing with the Facebook platform, which makes it a little bit harder for advertisers. Now, it doesn't turn everything off. People are still running ads. Things are still clicking, right? But it has made some changes. So what I'm saying is Facebook collects so much data. And so it also knows the people who purchase online. And how does it know that? Basically, there's something on everybody's store who uses Facebook ads that is called a pixel. And basically, this pixel is a piece of code that sits on your website. And basically, when somebody looks at a product, when somebody adds to cart, when somebody buys from you, it tracks all of that data. So when you run these conversion campaigns, Facebook is going to go out and it's going to search for people who are more apt to buy based on all this previous data and what they have done on other people's stores, right? And that's where it becomes extremely powerful. And that is the difference when I talk about hitting the promote button on Facebook and Instagram and doing a conversion ad on a business manager. So that's some technical stuff in there, but that's the basis. Next thing that I want to talk about is when you run an ad, there's a few things that you have to have in place. Number one, your audience has to be right. All right. You need to make sure that you're targeting the right people. There's something that I talk about. It's an audience to message match, or it can be a mismatch. I always say if you're targeting the right people, but you're giving them the wrong message, it's not going to work. If you're targeting the right people or the wrong people, but you're giving them the right message, right, that's not going to work. You need to target the right people and have the right message, but you also need to have a design and aesthetic that looks right. And usually when you can get all three of those things together, then you can have some ads that convert. But the last part of this is it's not all about your ads. A lot of people will say, well, I ran some ads and it's not working for me, right? And there's some things that you might have to test, right? Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for others. You have to do some testing, right? But the ad is only the entryway. The website is what converts people. You might have an ad that does extremely well of getting people to your website. The message is right, the t-shirt is right, but your website is put together in a way to where people can't trust it to pull out their credit card and buy from you, right? It might not have the right follow-up sequences. I always talk about if somebody visits your store, there's a stat out there that talks about 3% of people buy the very first time. So if 3% of people buy out of 100, 97 people leave. Well, we got to follow up with those people. How do we follow up? Email sequences, text message, retargeting ads. So we want to make sure we have all these things in place on our website to make our ads work. All right. But that's what I would say. If I could give y'all a few points out of all the jumbo that I just gave y'all. Number one, use the business manager. Number two, use conversion campaigns. Number three, have the right audience. Number four, have a good picture or creative. Number five, have a good have a good message. Make sure the message is correct. Number six, make sure your website is on point. And those are the things that you need to make your ads work. But that's what I would say, bro. I gave people a whole bunch of craziness, but that's what I would say about it.
I think it was simple. It's a very simple version right there.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, I kind of took 2020 off, Corona hit, and I started to focus more on content and stuff like that. Right now, I'm working on a new store, and I'm getting back into ads and different things like that. I also want to take this second, like if you think you're a Etsy platform type of seller, check out my man Rich from Hustle Ninjas. He got a course on there. His course is awesome. People that I sent love it. He got some success stories. So it's really all about figuring out what works for me. And my whole life, everything I've done has been organic marketing, right? And I think people who do hands-on creation should only focus on organic stuff until they truly understand the process. Because the ads and all of that stuff is going to add fuel to the fire. But if the business behind it isn't running right, if this the way you want to go, and I know print on demand, like when it gets one of those busy times, it kind of like messes everything up and stuff like that as well. You want to make sure that the stuff that you know is already operating. How you getting your shirts made, if you're doing it yourself, what company you choose for print on demand fulfillment, all of that stuff, what platform you sell on, all of that stuff is going to change. If you're going to use Shopify, if you're going to use Etsy, if you're going to use whatever it is out here, just make sure you take the time to put into it, and don't just say, oh, I'm gonna make one t-shirt now, I don't know where I'm gonna print it, I'm gonna run an ad on it. You get the ad, because it's this thing, like I had this happen to me before with design. Is like sometimes you get an opportunity you're not ready for, right? Like I was on tour with a love and hip hop star at the time, and I'm doing graphic design, I'm doing all of this stuff. She wrote a book, and I'm going on tour, and I really didn't capitalize off of that opportunity. It could be the same thing with t-shirts, right? Like you can have a celebrity wear your shirt, and then you can't fulfill no orders, or your website not, or something's not there for you to actually get yourself into position to really capitalize and keep that ball rolling when you get there, you know? Like even mine, I said earlier, I did $20,000 online. I did way more in person, but for 3 months, bro, I disappeared, man. I was burnt out because it hit me. I took care of my business, but then I had to shut it down. So just make sure that you're, you're really ready for what opportunities come your way, and just keep working, man. It's going to be a learning curve, man. You're going to have ups and downs, bumps and bruises. I know Charles' story. If you haven't, check it out. My man Rich covered it like amazingly about the ups and the downs and stuff like that. And just understand that, you know, the reason that I really like to go out and find people like Charles and spread life into them and like Hustle Niggas and Rich is because we all got something to offer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, at the end of the day, Rich ain't going to outwork me. Charles ain't going to outwork me. They may have better numbers. I think I told you, I said, bro, you should pass me this year. Like, nah, I'm not playing, bro. This year, I want you to pass me because iron sharpens iron, bro. I want to be the brokest person I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's genuine because I know I'm going to get some money. So if we all good, like Jay-Z said, what's better than 1 billion? A million two? What's better than 1 billionaire? Two. So if we all elevating our game, and so everybody here, you know, my community is great. I know Charles' community is super helpful and great. You know what I'm saying? So it's people around you that you may not be able to get to one of us to answer your question specifically, but ask your question somewhere in the comments or reach out to somebody else and they'll help you. Like I got literally like people, my influencers in my community are willing to help other people.
Right. And I think that's valuable, bro. And I was just thinking today how, you know, you, me, and Rich, and Rich, man, we got to get you on here, bro. We got to get you on here. That's a fact. People need to hear from you. Like Stan said, if y'all looking to sell on Etsy, like Facebook and Shopify is not the only way. This man is doing crazy stuff on Etsy, right? And that's a whole gold mine over there to sell your t-shirts. So make sure y'all tap in. We're going to have Rich on at some point. But I was thinking about how all of us were DMing one day. And to me, it's just powerful, bro, to know that, look, it's nobody is taken. Everybody is given. We all got something to offer, right? And at the same time, we all trying to make an impact in different ways. And I think you hit it on the head a little bit earlier in what you just talked about. Look, man, people, listen, anybody in this space, I don't care if you printing, I don't care if you got your own brand, whatever channel you're trying to sell, you might go through some struggles. You might find some times to where things just not working. Like you trying to figure out what that special code is for you, right? Like Stan said, he has found things that has worked for him. I have found things that have worked for me, but I have found some stuff that hasn't worked for me at some points in time. And it's about adjusting. It's about not quitting. It's about realizing, okay, this little strategy that I tried, it didn't work. I'm not going to harp on it and try to highlight and amplify that it didn't work. Let me throw that to the side and put my energy into what can work. And then when I find a little bit of success, I'm always thinking in my head, okay, there's a little bit more there. So let me keep chopping at that to see how much I can get out of that vein of gold. So that's what it's about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this entrepreneur thing, they ain't no really no huge roadmap all the time, right? We got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why community is important and different things like that. But I don't want anybody to get discouraged. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Man, that's straight facts, man. It's a journey. It's, you know, you never know what direction this joint's going to go. You know, tomorrow I might wake up and be doing something else. You know, you know, we got to figure it out and just keep working at what it is until you get it. And don't be afraid to try new things, new lanes. Just because, you know, it got bad reviews don't mean it won't work for you. If you feel like it's the right thing to do, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of my advice, I really be having conversations in my DMs like, yo, what are you trying to do? Like, it's no, well, what do I need to do to start a t-shirt business? What are you trying to do? Like, you know, you want to make a brand, you want to make other people's stuff, you want to do X, Y, and Z. It's like, it's a lot of ways to go, and we just got to keep grinding it out. And, you know, I'm going to keep making content. I know Charles, I'm going to make sure, I don't know if Charles is going to keep making, I'm going to make sure Charles keep making content. You know what I'm saying? You know, it took me a while to get him here. So that's why I say, you know what, it's got to be a little different tonight, man. Got to be a little different because, you know, I knew when I saw your first ad, matter of fact, I knew how important you would be for, you know, I can only take people so far. I knew how important you would be to my community and just to the platform as a whole. And I think, you know, it's been a great time together. We had some ups and downs, right? Like it's been a great time, but I think every time, you know, one of us reach out is like, bro, I know this person, you know what I'm saying? Let's figure these things out. And, you know, you meet people through me, I'm gonna meet people through you. And it's the same way that we got to act in this community. So anybody who doesn't follow me from Charles's platform, come follow me, jump in. Anybody who doesn't follow Charles from my platform, I don't know what you're waiting for, because I'm telling you, the numbers ain't up there yet, but the information, if I knew about ads, I swear I looked at that stuff. I'm like, yo, I think I said that to you, like, yo, bro, if I knew about ads, I would be you. I would probably be a little bit more rough, but I would be you specifically. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was perfect. You know, we gonna have to jump on live again. I'll make sure to. I don't know what happened to my phone. It was on the charger and died. So this video quality ain't where I would like it to be. But when a new studio come together, I know somebody asked me about classes and stuff like that. I will have that stuff available pretty soon. But yeah, man. I don't know if he was ready. I can keep going. I don't know if you're ready to end it right here.
We gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up. I want to ask this. I'm gonna put this this last question on here. So somebody asked me, how much do I need to spend in Facebook ads to make 5,000? Listen. Question, yeah. See, Stan don't even run the ad. He already know that. Yeah, that's not really the question. But look, one thing that I try to say is, at a minimum, right? If you can figure out how to get 3 times your investment, then you could be doing good. Even if you got 2 times your investment. So say for instance, you spent $2,500 in ads times 2, that's 5,000, right? And then whatever times 3 is, if you did times 3, you're winning at that point in time. So take 5,000, divide that by 3, whatever that number is, you can say, okay, if I hit that number and I get 5,000 in ads, I'm winning at that point in time, right? But that's not, like Stan said, that's not maybe the exact question. What I say is look, start with a small budget, and then, you know, how can you get your first $500? How much you got to spend to get that? Maybe your first 50, right? And then you build up from there. But I just wanted to answer that before we go ahead and check out.
I want to add real quick.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
She said I got a budget. I wasn't saying it's the wrong question because of what you asked, right? It's like the how to make $5,000 with ads. It's the process. Make $5,000 on ads by understanding the basics of what he just said, the process of what goes into it. Because he could say $1,500 and you could lose $1,500 tomorrow and not have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's not really about the dollar amount, right? Like that can be your goal to make $5,000, but you should be asking about the process. Like, bro, how can I get in your class to make $5,000? You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. And, you know, sometimes, you know, I didn't say that in a way to like discourage you or anything like that. Just make sure you understand I am straight to the point, real raw. And sometimes what I say might come off a little bit different. But what I was saying was that exactly, like, ask the question to learn the process of how to get to the $5,000, to the goal of $5,000. But, figure that piece out.
Right. And I think that's valuable, bro. And, like I say, like, y'all seen some of the stories of some of the people who have come in my show, but at the same time, there's still some people who are still working through the process, right? Some people still are working through the process and trying to figure out how to make things click. But I've seen just so many times, and I got the confidence to know when they find that thing that clicks, things really go at that point in time. And so it goes back to what we talked about. It's about mindset. It's about keep trying to keep working at it and keep persevering. I can't tell you how much money I have lost along the way, but I've gotten experiences, I've learned from it, and I've gained a lot more than I've lost at this point in time. So that's what it's about. But yeah, look, bro, we done gave people a whole bunch of game, a whole bunch of gems. I know that this is not going to be the last time, but man, I can't thank you enough, bro, for coming in, spending time, speaking to the audience, giving gems, pressing shirts on the live show. It's been extremely valuable. And for everybody listening, I want y'all to make sure y'all go follow this man. Go tell everybody where you at, bro.
Hey, I'm T-shirt side hustle everywhere you can find me. Instagram and YouTube, really, those are my main two platforms. Not too huge on Facebook. Maybe at this year I will get a little bit more active on Facebook. But if you guys got questions, send them to me on any video or any comment or post. I see Dennis just asked a great question. I answer a question every single day. I'm trying to do it for the complete year. I've been doing great so far. So if you ask a question, I'll either answer it right there, or I'll take a question and answer it on video, give you a video form and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make Dennis's question the question of the day for tomorrow, and so he'll get an answer to that. Other than that, man, I'm everywhere. I might be at the airport, so if you see me say I'm coming to a city near you, yeah. I am very friendly. You can meet me at the airport and get some free game for wherever we gotta go. But just have some good food near you, because I like to eat good food, and I work when I got a full stomach.
Word. I love it. I remember Stan, he came in Atlanta, and I think I told him we was gonna go to, I don't even know, it's some fast food or something. He was like, man, we going to fast food. Like, I had to take him to a little restaurant joint. We went to a taco joint. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta find something I can't get at home.
Yeah. But look, man, I appreciate it, bro, man. Good luck, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow. And I'm gonna block somebody in the comments because they talking crazy. But yeah, bro, we're gonna be in touch, bro. We'll be in touch. I appreciate it, man.
They lucky I ain't see it. And hey, bro, make sure put part 1 in the name of this joint, because I'm coming back.
All right, that's the bet. I'm gonna put a part 1 on that joint. All right, fam.
All right, man. Peace out, everybody.
All right, bro. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. We had a great conversation. Look, man, this is the biggest episode that we had so far. We are at an hour and 33 minutes, and we got 360 people tuned in to the show right now. I can't thank y'all enough for everything, man, for all y'all who came over from T-shirt Side Hustle, from the T-shirt Millionaire side. All we trying to do is come together, two brothers coming together, having a conversation, trying to help people, number 1, print, number 2, market and advertise, and number 3, just believe that it's possible for you. At the end of the day, we want to empower you. We want to make sure that you know that you can take your T-shirt brand, your ideas, push it out into the world, and get people to respond. And so, man, I'm just thankful, man. I'm thankful. I want y'all to realize that this show, like I said, this was inspired by Stan. Like, me getting on YouTube, he inspired me to do that. And as the vision continues to grow, I just want to bring the best minds. I want to bring the best brands. I want to bring the best influencers, and whoever it is I can learn from and y'all can learn from, I want them here so we can have a further conversation. Listen, if you have found any value from this show, all I ask you to do is, if you can like it, if you can comment, if you can share with a family, share with your friends, put it in a group, send out an email to your grandmama, whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? Let people know that this is out here. We're going to continue boosting it. I'm going to continue adding value, and we're going to grow together. Look, I appreciate every single person. If you are interested, all right, and this is gonna be my last time. Next week, we back alive. All right. So next week, we back alive. Everybody been sending me DMs. Everybody been hitting up my dog Stan. Everybody been sending me emails. If you're interested in the T-shirt Millionaires Mastermind, what I want you to do, you have to type this number, because I've been looking at my text message and y'all typing me all type of stuff, and you're not going to get on the list if you don't do it the right way. Type the word mastermind. That's it. No other words. Mastermind to 256-588-4495. Type the word mastermind, 256-588-4495. I get hundreds of texts per week. All right. So there's no way that I can respond, but you are getting logged in and talking to my autoresponder. And once it's open, you're going to get a text message. You'll get the next steps about signing up. I truly appreciate every single person. Remember what I always say: if you can see it with your mind's eye, one day you'll be able to see it with your real eyes. Peace. Many blessings to y'all, man. Thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening.